Yo, you ever wanted to create something in ROBLOX Studio but didn't know how or there wasn't a right tutorial? Don't worry, bro, I got you. In this video, I'll be showing you how to code almost anything you can think of. And after you watch this video, this is probably the only one you're going to need, to be honest. So stick around to the end because I'll reveal all the strategies I use in order to help me out on my journey. Alright, objective one. Before we start, I just want to let you guys know that you can't really code anything you want. Alright, but I know you're like, oh, what's the point of this video title? But hear me out. Just listen. When I was starting learning how to code Lua, right, I thought there was a certain set script in order to create anything you wanted. For instance, say if I wanted to create a rocket ship, I thought there was like a certain script, I know it's silly, a certain script to code that thing. But in truth, there's different aspects and components of the language that you learn in order to accomplish things. I'll give you an example. Say if you wanted to do a projectile, you throw it at a player and then once it hits them, maybe there's an explosion on impact. Maybe two main things you have to learn is how to actually make the projectile go to the person, like maybe how you throw it, maybe body velocity, and then for the impact, a touched event, you have to learn that, and then for maybe the explosion, the tween, right? There's basically different aspects you learn that you bring together as a whole in order to create one thing. Now, I'm going to show you guys how to get these things. Like, I'm going to show you forums and online tools that you can use to help you guys get these components together, to create those things so that you don't necessarily need to have to watch long videos in order to complete these things. All right, so boom, look. This is basically the rocket ship that I'm going to use. Just think of it as a rocket ship, all right? I know it doesn't look like one. But basically, in order to do this, and make it go upwards, for me, I would look at two things, maybe body velocity, or that actually tween the position of it. Tweening is something that you'll get more advanced, you'll get into that, but I'll just show you what it is. But for this example, I'm going to make the rocket ship that we have here, which is really a cylinder, tween upwards. But you guys really kind of get the concept that I mean. Different options. Someone here might use body velocity and others might tween the object upwards. But for this purpose of this video, I'm going to tween. Alright, this is an amazing resource and it's the Creator Hub. There's a bunch of scripts and knowledge about how to use them. For this purpose, I said we're using tween service, and to dumb it down, tween service is basically exaggerates movements of anything in your world. You know how like in simulators, right? Sometimes particles start off small and then they expand. Like that's the size changing, but you tween it so it can be progression, stuff like happening right away. Yeah, tweening does this, and we're going to use this in order to do the position. Alright, so this script actually puts a new part into the workspace. So we're going to take away that and then take away all the properties that it gives it, and then I'll make sure to anchor the actual part that we have in there and then edit it to suit it. So script that parent, and then we are going to adjust the height that it goes to because it's in the Y direction, right? And then play it and we'll see what happens. Alright, before I go on, I'm going to make some comments so you guys can understand what's really going on here and really get a deep analysis of this code. Alright, let's go ahead and test it now. So I'm going to click run and boom. See, it looks and it works perfectly fine. I know it's a little bit sideways, but that's besides the point. You guys really understand what I'm trying to say, right? So in here, we use tween service in order to tween the position of this rocket ship. Objective 3, the last objective. Now this is a bit of comprehension. Okay, just like I stated earlier, you can't really code anything you want in Studio. You have to get different components, and you can either choose to learn these components. I would choose to learn these, or you can maybe it's small things like I don't know, task.wait or something like that. You get it from the Creator Hub, and then you implement it into your script in order to create that thing you want to create. Because there's different creative strategies in order to create things in ROBLOX Studio. Alright, but I promise you guys, I'll show you guys some tips. Okay, number one tip is don't be afraid to use free resources. Nobody knows everything about coding, okay? Even me sometimes, I get stuck. Alright, so use your resources. The Dev Forum, if you know what that is, it's an online platform where it's run by Roblox, where developers can see each other. It's not even developers only, modelers, developers, scripters, programmers meet each other, and you can post a question or inquiry there, and someone will help you out. All right, use these things. There's Reddits. There's a lot of Reddits. Sometimes I'm struggling. How do I do this? How do I do that? And I just see a random post on Reddit that helps me out. The GitHub. So literally just search online and you'll find an answer. The second piece of tool I give you to help you out is I know this sounds like bad advice, but oh my gosh, holy voice crack. I know it sounds like a bad advice, but use your big ideas in order to learn from them, right? I remember starting off, I used to create these generous games, like these games I couldn't even think of doing. Oh my gosh. And then as soon as I made my mistakes, I got better and better and better and better and better. For some, they literally like to go through the free models on Roblox, and then they literally pick piece by piece of these scripts and decode them essentially, and learn how they work and why they work essentially. All right, that's the end of our video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you guys for watching the content.